Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Forever King here, back at you with another video. So this Tuesday, there's going to be a patch incoming, the Takeda patch, that's also going to include the Pharah cameo, and a bunch of buffs and nerfs throughout the whole entire roster. We don't have a patch notes yet, like an official list of all the changes that are coming, but at Evo this weekend, it's still going on right now, um, they let people that are there in person test out the new patch and all the changes with the characters and Takeda and Farah. So players that were there in person at Evo, they tested out all the characters to find out what changes they could see. So there could be more changes that we don't know about when the patch hits this Tuesday, but I'm going to show you what the people found out about Geras this weekend. So pretty exciting. This forward 1-2 string, you see how this string is minus 12 on block? Or sorry, not on block. This is minus 12 on hit. It's minus 18 on block. It's going to come down from being minus 18 on block to minus 14 on block. That one's not that big of a change because it's still going to be punishable either way. I guess if you did it from this distance like this, it being minus 14 on block is going to be harder to punish than minus 18, but that one's not the big change. The big change is this is going to go from minus 12 on hit to plus 7 on hit. So this should have never been minus 12 on hit to begin with. That's pretty crazy. And I'm going to show you why this is a big deal, this being minus 12 on hit. So I'm going to take control of Lee May and I'm going to record Gears. I'm going to have him do this string, right? Now he hits me with this string. I just punished him. That was a punish on hit. I'm punishing Geras even though he's hitting me. I think you don't even have to meter burn this to punish. I think you could just do regular. Whoops. Oh, that was a poke punish right there. But yeah, you get the picture. So this is punishable on hit. So it's going to go from minus 12 on hit to plus 7 on hit this coming up Tuesday. So that's a pretty nice change. So you can do that tool without it, getting punished. And then also, forward 1-2 is going to be sped up. So it says forward 1-2 recovers faster, hit stun increase when the wall hits the opponent towards Geras. It also affects forward 1-2 on block and whiff as well. So just overall, this string is just going to be way better. And they already buffed it last patch. They made it reach that far. I didn't used to reach that far. So this is going to be really cool. I kind of like the Geras suggestions that the Geras community had where they were saying like, oh, if you do this forward 1-2, the wall should stay there. Kind of like Quan Chi's trap that he puts on the ground, the bone cage. And what if this wall had like health that the opponent had to like punch it and break it? I thought that was a unique idea that the Geras community came up with. But hey, we'll take what we can get. So this being safer is nice. So yeah, another buff that Geras got. Geras also had a rewind bug fix. When Geras does rewind on moves with a slow motion effect, for example, Kung Lao armor, it wouldn't give Geras health back. So yeah, Geras, his rewind time move, it costs a bar of meter. It's the meter burn version of a Thanos snap that he needs to spend all 3 hourglasses on. Usually, Geras recovers health depending on how much damage he took in the last 2 seconds. It's like Geras goes back in time to 2 seconds ago before he took that damage. So I'm going to show you guys an example of that so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to have Kung Lao do this combo on me. See how he just gained all that health back? Because 2 seconds ago, he didn't lose that health. So I'm going to even let Kung Lao do a longer combo on me. See all that health Geras gained back? So that's how the move was intended to work. So now I'm going to show you guys the glitch. If I can get it. Yeah, you see how he's not gaining the health? So for some reason in slow motion effects, Geras does not gain health if the opponent does a move that has a slow motion effect attached to it. So the Kung Lao, the Kung Lao armor is an example. There's other examples in the game, like if someone does like the down 2 meter burn that costs 2 bars, and Geras wants to reverse time out of that, he won't gain the health like it was intended. So that glitch is just going to be fixed on Tuesday. So that's nice. So now I want to go over some cameos that got buffed at Evo, and these cameos are going to be buffed this coming up Tuesday, and these cameos are really going to help Geras' game plan a lot. So I'll start with Motaro. Pretty much most Geras players will agree that Motaro is Geras' best cameo, if not definitely one of his best cameos, like top 3 or something. And Motaro got a pretty significant buff. So you see this teleport right here? You always have to teleport behind the opponent, like directly behind them. So if they're ready for it, they can punish it, you know what I mean? But Motaro is getting a buff where you can teleport behind the opponent, but far behind them. So it doesn't have to be directly behind them. So I don't know if you guys remember like Cetrion from MK11. She had a teleport where she did it. Instead of going like directly behind you, she could do the teleport right here and then end up all the way back here. Like this is like the end point when she started over here. It cost her 2 defensive bars. Motaro is going to have that. He's going to be able to teleport Geras far behind the opponent. So that's going to be very handy for, like, let's say Geras wants to do a Sand NATO, right? This Sand NATO is like minus 30 on block. But if I do Sand NATO into Motaro, but the far Motaro, then that's going to be like a safe Sand NATO pretty much. Like they're not going to be ready to punish that. They would have to predict that you're going to do that, and they would have to use a character like Raiden with his Superman fly or Peacemaker with his headbutt, that can actually reach that far like that. So I think even better than the Sand NATO, the Hourglass. Whoops. So the Hourglass, you can cancel Hourglass into Motaro. I like doing this sometimes. Like sometimes people will like throw a projectile or something, or they'll try to like dash forward to punish me summoning Hourglass. And I can get away with this sometimes. It's a little sneaky little teleport. But now with Motaro doing a far behind your opponent teleport, I don't really see how your opponent's going to be ready to punish this. This seems like a free Hourglass, You can't make sure you don't do it too early so the Hourglass actually comes out. But especially like Meter Burn Hourglass into Motaro far teleport is going to go crazy. Like, that's just a safe, free stock on your freaking Hourglasses. I think Motaro was already Geras' best cameo, but this is going to propel him even higher. And if you don't think Motaro was his best, maybe you thought Motaro was his like second best or third best, I think this is going to for sure make Motaro his best. But it depends what the other cameos do too, because people are testing the game at Evo, testing a new patch, and they're trying to figure out stuff as they play. But I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that they haven't figured out yet. And who knows, for all we know, NRS could throw in more buffs and nerfs in the actual patch on Tuesday. Like maybe the build that they're playing at Evo is not the final build. So we'll have to wait and see. So another cameo I wanted to go over is Sektor. You see when he does this missile, it costs half a cameo bar. And if he wants to meter burn the missile, it costs like the full cameo bar. Sektor is getting a buff to where he can do the homing missile and then still do a regular missile after the homing missile. So right now, this is not possible. If he does the homing missile, that's it. He can't do another one. But he's getting a buff to where he could do the homing missile and then still do a regular one immediately after. So it's 2 missiles coming in on the opponent. So Gur actually posted a video on Twitter if you guys want to go watch. He did Geras command grab out of the corner like this, did Sektor's homing missile, and you see how that hit? Geras fell back, so he doesn't have enough time to convert our combo off of it. But with this new patch coming out, the homing missile hits Kung Lao like that, and then the second missile hits, Geras stands up, and he actually has enough time to do like 4-2-4, and then boom boom combo. And Gur did 50% off of that. 50% off of one command grab. And if I remember correctly, there was no meter spent. I'll have to watch it again. I watched it like an hour ago. But yeah, so that's going to be really nice for Geras. A 50% command grab. Like I said, we don't know if these changes are final. For all we know, like on Tuesday when the patch actually drops, some of these damages are going to be scaled down. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm pretty excited. If that Sektor change stays just like that, and Geras just has a 50% command grab in the corner, that could maybe be Geras' best cameo. I always liked Geras with, Sektor, how he can do stuff like this. This string into the missile. I forget the setup for Burrito Voorhees likes to do it. And then that missile, like OTGs, and then you can combo. And yeah, so Sektor already had good synergy with Geras. Sektor is probably like, I don't know, maybe like a top 5, top 6 cameo for Geras. But with this 50% command grab in the corner, I would say Sektor's got to be like a top 3 cameo for Geras, maybe the best. But yeah, guys, what are you the most excited for in this patch? I'm really excited for Geras. I think I'm going to be a Geras main again. I love Ermac, but with all the love that Geras has been getting lately in the recent patches, I think it's time to go back to maining Geras. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good day, and peace.